Hi everyone! Is it just me or are people online teaching about whatever nowadays? I was on social media the other day, let's call this platform TT, and this guy was talking about how he wants to marry a virgin. Not only does he want to marry a virgin, he also teaches that other guys should go marry virgins. If you have been saving yourself for marriage and you have not made the thousands of mistakes like all these other men who have been around the block and were test driving every woman they saw, if you weren't busy doing that, then kudos to you, right? This question don't pertain to you, but what about all those other men who have been around the block plenty of times and have stolen hundreds, thousands of virtues from women? Have they redeemed anybody? Have they married any of those women that they promised back then when they were in their youngin' years? Oh, baby, I love you. You're the one for me. We gonna be together forever. All them future faking promises. Most of y'all, man, y'all know you weren't gonna marry these women. A lot of you knew you weren't gonna marry her, but you led them on, and a lot of you done made some mistakes and knocked a lot of these women up and left them as single mommies. So now a lot of you are finding kingdom and you want virgin wives. Give us virgin wives, virgin, virgin, virgin. What about the mistakes you done left behind you? How are you planning to redeem any of these women that you've stolen their virtues, left them traumatized, left them betrayed, left them a single mommy, still without commitment, still without support, still without the love that they thought they had in their lives? And you upped and gone and found somebody else to take another virtue from? I think rather than telling them that they should just get virgin wives, why don't y'all start teaching them from a young age that they should practice discipline, be chaste too, just as much as you encourage the girls to be virgins, that the boys also learn to not play whore makers? That's a start. Since y'all want the virgins, teach the guys from their young, so when they turn to men, they won't be so much whores around, and then you won't be sifting through a pool trying to find oh, give us the virgins, now you want virgins. All these broken, betrayed women that's left behind because a lot of y'all done messed them up. And a lot of these women, they can say it. Ladies, say it. Drop it in the comments. How many of these men y'all were saving yourself for marriage for, and they came, oh baby, I want marriage. Yes, that's gonna happen. Oh yes, I'm gonna put a ring on it. Promises, promises. Ladies, drop it in the comments. How many of y'all was saving yourself for that one, and thinking that it was gonna be you and him forever and ever, and he just upped and left when he got what he wanted? Your virtue. How many of you can say now it's happened more than one time and it was just future promises? Oh baby, da 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 da, we gonna get married. You're my wife. He calling you wife before you walk down the aisle. And where is he now? With another woman, or maybe another one that them that found kingdom, and then they talk about, oh, we want virgins now. Make it make sense. And they forgot all the mistakes behind them that they done left. Now somebody else got to clean that up. All that trauma, all that betrayal, all that hurt. Who's going to redeem these women? Who's going to marry them? If all of y'all want virgins now. Now we got a problem on our hands. Who's going to fix it? How are you planning, now that you've found kingdom, to redeem any of these mistakes? Sorry, to redeem any of these women that you've betrayed, done lied to, didn't give any commitment to. Some of y'all left them with babies y'all don't even take care of. How are you gonna correct all them mistakes? How are you gonna redeem these women? That's a start, because at least when they're redeemed, they can start living whole lives. They can start teaching their daughters and sons how to, you know, love themselves the proper way, respect themselves the proper way. But if they're left broken by themselves to pick up the pieces, and you all go on to the next one and the next one, thousands of women, all their mistakes left behind you, and you just move on to the next one. Oh, I want myself another virgin, another virtue to take, and then what? And then what? You live happily ever after, and the mess is still there. Y'all caused this. So how are you gonna fix it? So instead of sitting there teaching, go get virgins, men, hurrah! Why don't y'all start saying, okay, if we are gonna start teaching about getting virgins to wife, because you done failed all them other ones that you took their virtue and left them in the streets. At least fix that. Then you can say, while you are getting the virgins, fix what's behind the mess that's behind there. And I know a lot of y'all men are going to say, oh, I hate this gaslighting comment that y'all always try to pitch to women. Men will be men. A woman can't do what man does. And what's the other one? Men and women were not created equal. I know all them excuses. This just manipulation. Y'all manipulating these women. And do you take their virtues? And we have these issues behind us now. All these traumatized women trying to heal, trying to move on with their lives. And then y'all come in, drop the bomb, boom. Oh, we want virgin wives, because we found kingdom now. But the mess is still there. And the mess is still growing, because whether you're in the kingdom or not, there's still men out there who have not found kingdom, who are still doing these same things. Now, those women are broken. They never get redeemed. A lot of them die unredeemed. A lot of them die in their sins, because y'all pimped them out, y'all betrayed them, y'all future faked with them, y'all led them to sin because y'all lied to them saying you were going to marry them, but you didn't. So when are these teachings going to start, where you're gathering all these boys, all these men, and saying, you know what, we have ourselves a situation. We've been leading the woman wrong. We've been lying to them. A lot of our brothers, whether they were in the kingdom or not, have been, doing some things, and we need to correct this situation as men, because we can't just be here saying, hurrah, hurrah, virgins, give us the virgins. And we done made some mistakes, and it still needs fixing. because one traumatized woman who's gonna bring forth a child that you led astray because she was supposed to marry, you future faked with her. She's gonna also teach her child, whom she raised by herself, also how to live a hurt, sinful life, and also not probably not be redeemed unless that child is gonna know how to break a generational curse, which started because what? Y'all weren't being the leaders over the woman that y'all was supposed to be. Y'all wasn't giving the woman the commitment that they deserved. Y'all just took the virtues and left. So, hey, virgins, come here. Gather around, virgins. So, you virgin women, all virgin women, you know what I would do? I would just be the one saying, so there's a demand now for virgin wives because they done found kingdom. Now they want virgin wives. Oh man, what's the bridal price nowadays? How much are they paying for a dowry in Africa and them places again? Like what? 5 cows and you get yourself a wife? I would be raising my bridal price. I would be raising that dowry. If it is 5 cows in whatever country, hey, I want 5,000 cows. I want 1,000 sheep. I want 500 goats. I want 10 acres of land. Oh my goodness. What you said? Y'all want virgins now? And you didn't appreciate the other ones when you took their virtues and you left all of that mess. Now you want virgins to come marry because now you found kingdom. Some guy might want to say, but why would you tell women to do that? That's so petty. That's not nice. Yeah, well, how else will men learn to start to respect women more, value them like they used to? Because men have forgotten that they never had this much access to women back then as they do now. So they've started to take it for granted. A lot of these women have no fathers around. They grew up in fatherless homes. They're looking for love. They're looking for stability. They have learned to center men, and it how they're it impacts how they present themselves in relationships. And a lot of men see this, and instead of using the authority that they were given by the Most High to steward these women towards guidance and protection and not misusing them, you abuse that authority that you have over women, manipulated them, misused them, because you have too much access. Now you're abusing all this access that you have. So if you're abusing it, might as well it's taken away again. Limit the amount of access, or at least women should raise their bar so that a lot of you who have all this access to them can now be limited in the access that you have. So complaining about being petty means that you are complaining that you no longer will have the abundant access that you misused and abused. And another thing, remember when a lot of you, well, this generation's young. They probably don't remember shotgun weddings. You know, when your forefathers tried to seduce a girl behind her father's back, and she was naive and felt, oh, he loves me, and then she gave him the cookie in the cookie jar. They had a relationship. Now she got pregnant. And a lot of them dudes, they try to run off from the responsibility in correcting the mistakes that they made. Now you messed around with this girl, you got her pregnant, all behind her father's back. Because if you went to the father and asked for her hand in marriage and got turned down, most of them tried to have a relationship behind the father's back because they got turned down. And then instead of saying, you know what, we messed around, I led you into this because I'm the man that came to seek a relationship from you. Be the leader in this case, correct your mistake. Now you messed around with her, you got her pregnant. Some of them want to up and leave, sending her back to her father's house. And those fathers was like, oh, hell no. We're going to have a shotgun wedding today. He knocked you up and got you pregnant? And he's sending you back to my house? I gotta be daddy? I already been daddy to you. Where's my shotgun? You either come marry my daughter willingly, or we can do this the hard way. I think they need to bring that back. Shotgun weddings. Wow. Oh my goodness. Anyways, a lot of you are not in the kingdom. A lot of you are still out in the world. And most of you, even when you find the kingdom, you still play around if you get the chance to. Look, everybody, every woman, come in the comment section. How many times has a guy promised you he's going to marry you, he's going to put a ring on it, calling you wifey before you even walk down the aisle, you doing all these wifely things, and then he just upped and left? You know what, this ain't working, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out. You didn't get none of that promises that he ever promised you. How many of you can say, sometimes they spin the block and come back? And y'all are happy. Oh my gosh, he's coming back. Oh baby, let's try this again. I want to make it right. And what do a lot of them do, ladies? They try to use you again, misuse you again, traumatize you all over again when you take them back, and leave you heartbroken again. If you take them back and allow this, and you're not watching them like, is he for real? Is he really, really serious? And you will give them chance after chance after chance in your life, and they mess up again. And you're left betrayed again, and they still gonna wait a period of time, 6 months, a year, 2 year, and try to spin the block on you again. Give me another chance. And you still ain't married. There's still no commitment from him. He still can't even lead you. So just learn, ladies, to stop giving all this energy, all this access to men that don't deserve it. So I'm talking to the ones that you really, really want to get married. You don't want to live the life sinfully fornicating and sleeping around and having these failed relationships and all these future promising men in your life. It's time to cut the easy access. There's too much access, right? And I don't know which lady needs to hear this, but girlfriend is not a status, okay? You cannot take I'm his girlfriend to the bank and get some money. You need security. So if he is not willing to sign your name on some contracts and show to you that he is willing to commit, that he's willing to be a man of his word, then stop giving all these time wasters access to you. And a man has no business telling you he wants the cookie in the cookie jar if he has not proven that he's going to sign up some contracts of commitment before he's even asking you about him getting the cookie. Because dating doesn't mean that he should get the cookie. Dating means that you're trying to see if he passes the is he a husband check. If he's not, let him go. You don't have to spread your legs to everyone that comes along to get a ring. Because majority of them, they ain't gonna put no ring on your finger once you give them the cookie anyways. They done got it. Back to the men. How many of these women, a lot of you done left behind in the traumatized phase, the beat down phase, the what the heck just happened? I thought we were going to get married phase. Which one have you married? How many of them did you give the good news to, the Besora, so that they could come into the kingdom and also redeem themselves by being set apart, sideward holy? How many of you have done that? How many of you went back to these women whom you've made lots of mistakes with and said, you know what, I'm not able to redeem you by marrying you, but I can give you the good news and some guidance, if you're still not married yet, maybe you spreading your legs too early. You need to keep your legs closed and be serious. Because if you really want to marry, you need to stop spreading to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that says he loves you. A good word of advice that would actually give her something to consider so that she could better herself in life, which would possibly lead her to the kingdom. Either way, you have tried to correct a mistake. And in so doing, you are healing the land. Because if all of you try to go back instead of trying to use these women again, because a lot of women can testify in the comments, yes, some of them came back only to misuse us again if we allowed it. Why didn't some of y'all go back and try to redeem these women as much as y'all tried to go back to misuse them again if they allowed you to?